Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Kim and welcome back to Uncommonkim. Hey, how you doing? Sorry I can't get through. Hello. So today we're going to be doing a bit of a spooky book haul because I haven't done a book haul in a very long time, and I have collected a few books, shall we say, and I thought I'd share them. So that's what we're going to do. A couple of them are pre-orders, a couple are just books I picked up because I've gone, I want that, and some are unnecessary purchases. Yeah, vibes. So book number one is Mate by Ali Hazelwood. So this is the next book in this series that I don't actually know the name of. What is this series even called? I don't think it has a name. Well, it should, because the first book in this series is Bride, and we follow a werewolf and a vampire who are on, like, they've been at war for years, basically. Vampires and werewolves, that is. And they are forced to rekindle through a marriage which has been set up, so on and so forth. This is the second book in that series, where we follow Serena and Cohen. So I'm very excited to read this one. I think I'm going to reread Bride before I get to this one, but nonetheless, very excited, hoping to get to it during this spooky season because a vibe. Next we have a book that I actually didn't know was coming out until I saw it in Le Supermarket, and that is Hour of the Pumpkin Queen. What a weird name. Yeah, Hour of the Pumpkin Queen by Megan Shepherd. Megan Shepherd wrote All Hail the Pumpkin Queen. Hold on, let me do a bit of research. I'm so confused. I've found the third book that's not even out yet. Can I find this one? No. Okay, I fucked up, and actually the first book in this series I haven't even read. The first book in this series called... No, it says I have read. Are they the same? Okay, I'm really confused. So what I thought was the first book in this series, which I think it is Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, but it's written by Shay Earnshaw. This is Hour of the Pumpkin Queen and is written by Megan Shepherd. It's coming up saying it's the same series, but I'm confused because they're different authors. Nonetheless, Nightmare Before Christmas retelling. If we don't know, I'm a massive Nightmare Before Christmas fan. I love me a bit of Jack Skellington, but these follow Sally. So is Sally's time as Pumpkin Queen running out? It's been a year since Sally was crowned Queen of Halloween Town, and royalty is taking its toll. Torn between her noble duties and her wish to unite the citizens across the hinterlands, she's stretched at the seams and feeling unsure of her future. When a potion demonstration goes wrong, Sally tumbles through a mysterious portal with her new ragdoll apprentice, Luna. Finding themselves in Time Town, they discover that someone has tampered with the clock that controls Halloween Town, and unless they find the culprit, they will never be able to return to present day. Can Sally uncover the truth and return to Halloween Town to reunite with Jack before time runs out? The first one was like, what if Sally fell through the door of Christmas Town, and I really enjoyed that, so I'm thinking I'm going to enjoy this one if I can figure out if it's a part of a series or not. Next is a cozy, no, it's not fantasy, cozy romance, which is Cozy Girl 4 by Willow Hurst. I picked this up because it has sprayed edges. I also picked this up because I've seen this a lot on TikTok and, you know, those places. I don't know a lot apart from it is a second chance romance, forced proximity, and has a small town setting, and that is enough for me. I don't need to know much else, but also it's quite short. It's only about 280 pages. I thought easy, quick 5, and also the cover is pretty freaking cute, if I do say so myself. So yeah. The next is another pre-order, and is the Baby Dragon Bakery by A.T. Qureshi. So I read the Baby Dragon Cafe last year, and I'm pretty sure I gave it 4 stars. But it is a cozy fantasy with a jabble of romance in there, and I really enjoyed the first one, so I'm very excited to get to the second one when we follow baby dragons and romantic humans. So will it be a recipe for romance or a friendship up in flames? So in this one we follow Lavina and Theo. So Lavina is at university training to be a magical animal vet, but she also works part-time at the enchanting Baby Dragon Cafe. And Theo is her one true love. Oh, Theo is a local baker and her best friend. We do love our friends to lovers, lads. We do love our friends to lovers. Okay, I don't want to read more than that. But cute vibes, cozy vibes, November vibes. I was saying today, like, what are you meant to read in November? You know? Like August, September, October, spooky season. I'd say November is kind of spooky season, but it's also preparation for December, which is then Christmas. So what do you read in November? Because I'm thinking cozy fantasy and like cozy vibes, but I also have no fucking idea. No idea. Next is another pre-order, and it is They Own the Night by Amy McCall. So Amy McCall wrote the Mina and the Undead series, and this is her new release, which I am very much looking forward to, because I believe there are vampires, and I do love me a vampire book. So, Mia and Johnny know all about serial killers. Their dad is one after all. Studying a small town university town near Edinburgh, Mia copes with their troubling family history by writing horror and starting a true crime pirate radio station where her brother Johnny keeps her out of trouble. But when journalist wannabe Johnny accepts an offer he cannot refuse, the chance to interview the recluse mega rock star and lead singer of Vlad and the Vamps, Mia finds herself stuck on campus when two male students are found dead. As Johnny grapples with the enigmatic Vlad falling for him against his better judgment, something about the star's nocturnal habits doesn't quite add up. Meanwhile, Mina's investigation takes her to the most unexpected places, including her dad's prison. Deliciously spooky 80s Dracula retelling for fans of Rosie Tolbolt and Holly Jackson. Well, we know who I'm a fan of. Holly Jackson. Whoa. The next book I know nothing about, and I bought it because it has a cute cover. And the little like slogan caught my attention. That's the only reason I bought it. And it's called A Cinnamon Falls Mystery by R.L. Kilmore. And the slogan says, catching killers, catching feelings. What could go wrong? Exactly. What could go wrong? Because we love catching killers. So let's read the synopsis, because I have no idea what this is about. After a humiliating breakup in the big city, Nia is retreating to her sleepy hometown of Cinnamon Falls, where she can sulk about her life being a mess in peace. My guy. When she arrives, the town is gearing up for their annual Fall Fest. People travel from far and wide to bob apples, carve pumpkins, and see the annual Cinnamon King and Queen be crowned. But just a few days before opening night, a shocking discovery is made. A body is uncovered in the local diner alongside a note. Who will be next? Nia must team up with the eccentric residents of Cinnamon Falls to solve the case, including her tall, dark and handsome high school ex-boyfriend, Jesse, who she never quite got over. Can they solve the case before the killer strikes again? This small town murder mystery with a romantic twist is perfect for fans of Gilmore Girls, Pretty Little Liars and Cinnamon Buns. Well, see, I haven't watched Gilmore Girls, but I've been told that I would like it. However, do love Pretty Little Liars. Is a fan of Pretty Little Liars. So yeah, it just kind of screams Kim, you know? It just kind of, if you know, you know. Yeah, if you know, you know. It just kind of screams my name. You know, cute cover, autumnal vibes, cat on the cover, murder. And I've just opened, and I've just found out it is a trilogy, because there's going to be another book in spring called Daffodil Inn, and then there's one in autumn next year, The Berry Bakery Murder. I really want to say The Berry Bakery Bookshelf. So that's quite cool. So hopefully I like this one and we'll read it. Again, November vibes? Don't know. We have another romance. I know, who is she? But these are autumnal romances, my guys. Autumnal romances. We know how much I love Laurie Gilmore. Yeah, we know. These are the vibes I'm going for. So it's If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia, and I've seen a lot of freaking people talking about this one. It is fucking chunky and floppy, but it looks good. And can we just take a moment for how cute this fucking cover? Look at it. How autumnal. Cute dog. You've got me. My new next door neighbour, Cliff, seems to have everything figured out. Small town golden boy. Check. Single dad extraordinaire. Check. Hot baker for. I didn't notice them, I swear. I, on the other hand, don't have anything figured out. Trust me. I didn't think taking over my mum's dream bed and breakfast in Cooper Run, Vermont was going to be easy, but apparently my scones belong in the garbage with my small talk skill. Cliff is inescapable. His charm, the way he wears flannel, and even his pastries, making not wanting to be friends with him and his daughters pretty hard. I can make friends. That's safe, except I'm leaving in 3 months. So ask me why I'm thinking about kissing my hot neighbour. Good question, darling. The answer? I don't know. But the cover's cute. Okay, we're now... No, we're not. I'm going to do my 2 cosy books, and then we'll go into... Oh no, there's another romance there. My 3 cosy books, and then we'll go into the others. So the first one is another cosy autumnal romance, and that's People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young. It was a £5 in the works, and it has really cute sprayed edges, so I couldn't really say no. Again, short, cosy romance vibes with a very cute cover, may I add. So, Produce Welch has found solace in her introverted small town life. Despite once dreaming of something different, she now finds contentment in her routine, working, writing and caring for her mother, who has early onset Alzheimer's. Oh, this might be a trigger. But as her mother's condition worsens, Prue feels her world slipping further out of control. Enter Milo, an enigmatic wanderer whose beat-up van covered with ill-advertised bumper stickers rolls into town just when Prue needs a change. It's all too easy to let go with him, and they strike up an unlikely friendship which leads to a wild and sexy agreement between. Sounds great. I do wonder if the early onset Alzheimer's might be a trigger for me, but we'll find out. We'll go with the flow. And then the next 2 I picked up when I went to a book signing of Lucy Jane Wood. She had 2 other authors with her as well, so it was Lucy Jane Wood, Sangu Mandana and Nadia Alfassi, who wrote Best Sex Ever, and I picked up Love at First Fright by Nadia Alfassi while we were there, because this is her new release, and at the time of when I bought it, it wasn't actually out in the UK, so I was like, yeah, go on then. And we got like a really cute bookmark with it, so I couldn't really say no, so that was quite cool. But I don't really remember what she said it was about. So it's a cozy, spicy paranormal romance. A successful horror writer whose novel is being adapted into a movie clashes with the lead actor on set in a haunted mansion. Yes, I remember now. And then there's ghosts, and she said if you've ever watched the BBC show Ghosts, the vibes. So I was like, sounds good. So I bought it, and also the covers were quite cute, so I thought a vibe. So yeah, bought that obviously, and then obviously I also got Uncharmed by Lucy Jane Wood, which is the 2nd book in this series, the first one being Rewitched, which I loved and I gave 4 stars. This is all the cozy vibes needed, and I believe this one were in a bakery, which sounds good to me, and magic. Nothing else needs to be said. Magic, bakery. Also, cute cat. And Lucy's got a thing with the Waterstones editions where they all have a cat on the sprayed edge. So can he say no is basically what I'm getting at. And I did get this signed by Lucy, which was so cute. I also got this signed by Nadia as well, and she drew a little ghost. That's very cute. Okay, next. Now we'll go for the 2 that I didn't mean to buy but did, because it's the same book. So my friend Megan was very kind, and she went to town in that direction and picked up this special edition for me from Waterstones, and it is Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber, because I like Stephanie Garber. Came with a bookmark, and I was very excited for this, so I was like, fuck it, let's get the special edition, you know. Can't do any harm if I can, because what came in Fairy Loot's box in October? Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber, so now I have 2 copies. I hope I like this, because I've now got 2 copies. If I don't, Megan, do you want it back? Because I don't need 2 copies. The Fairy Loot edition is really nice, don't get me wrong. Like, it's got artwork under the dust jacket. It's very pretty. I do love Stephanie Garber, but I just don't need 2 copies, you know. Doomed to die at midnight, Holland must find the legendary alchemy heart hidden in a magical world beneath Los Angeles. With danger and deception at every turn, she only has hours to uncover the truth and survive. Sounds like Cinderella. Cinderella, Cinderella. Yay. let's get on to some spooky vibes, shall we? So, when I went to the works and picked up People Watching, I also picked up these two. So we've got Let's Split Up and Be Right Back by Bill Wood. I believe this one's the first in the series and this is the second. But they both have really nice bloody sprayed edges. So that was kind of my main thing, but also I had seen this one about everywhere. I believe they're YA. Are you YA? Are you YA? I don't know. I'm going to say yes. Prove me wrong. I believe they're YA thrillers, and I'm all for YA thrillers. So Let's Split Up says, when hot it couple Brad and Shelley are brutally murdered in a manor on the edge of town, a group of friends investigates. And then the Be Right Back says, enter a Halloween festival where a chilling game of cat and mouse begins. I don't really want to read too much more into it because I like going in knowing nought. But yeah, can he refuse a bloody sprayed edge? Very looking forward to it. Then I got a book that's on my horror bingo that I didn't own, and that is The Cotton Candy Massacre by Christopher Robertson. I'm very excited to read this because look at that fucking cover. Look at that. Does that not just thrill you? Oh. So, the book you're about to read is an account of the tragedy that occurred at the reopening of Bonkins Bonanza one day in the summer of 1989. Some came looking for fun, like Candy Barton and her friend Leah. Others, like Rocky Rhodes and Sally Sullivan, came looking for a second chance. Instead, they would find a twisted, funfetti nightmare. For many of the thrill seekers and families visiting Bonkins Bonanza, that day would be their last, and the events that unfolded would go on to become infamously known as the Cotton Candy Massacre. I'm so excited to read this. I actually might read it sooner rather than later because I'm fucking feeling it right now. Honestly, I'm so excited to read this one. I just think it's going to be such a fucking vibe, especially for spooky season. And then my final book for my book haul is a bit of a random one. But it is You Are the Detective, The Creepy Hand Murder by Maureen Johnson and Jay Cooper. As you know, I do love me a Maureen Johnson, and this is one she has co-written with Jay Cooper, where it's kind of like a solve the mystery kind of thing. And obviously the mystery for this one is the Creeping Hand Murder, and I believe they are bringing out a few more. So, London, November 1933. 7 people receive mysterious letters. Someone knows their terrible secrets and are summoned to an opulent townhouse where one of them is stabbed right in front of the other. But somehow no one saw a thing. Can you help Scotland Yard solve the mystery? And then, yeah, it's full of a variety of things, interviews and artwork, and I just think this is going to be so freaking fun. I do love a kind of, you know, solve a mystery. We've got like news reports. I'm just very excited, and any way that I can help, you know, support Maureen in getting me the next book in the Truly Devious series, I will do. So if I have to buy this to support her, to get her to write that fucking book, I will. But that's my book haul. That is my spooky book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you've read any of these, or if you're putting any of them on your TBR, or, you know, all those vibes. I'm in such a reading mood at the moment, and I have a new vlog coming for you very, very soon, which may involve a spooky spinner wheel. But yes, leave a ghost emoji down below if you made it to the end of the video. Let me know what you've been reading this spooky season, because I'd love to know. Like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you soon for another video. Bye.